Hey, it's the Livingston Taylor Show. Oh gosh. I had this sense last week that it was our 40th episode of the Livingston Taylor Show last week, but my producer tells me no. No, this today is our 40th episode of the Livingston Taylor Show. Gee, I've had a good time doing this show. All week long I just hang around waiting to come back on and be with you guys. Oh, here's this guitar. Now, we're going to have a nice show today. In a little bit, we're going to do a remote tie-in with the great state of Maine. And who is up there is a former student of mine, a wonderful player, singer, songwriter, just tour de force. Her name is Chelsea Berry, and many of you have seen Chelsea with me over the years. And she's going to come in and favor us with a tune a little later on. I got to check with my producer. Can we start? My producer is saying we don't have our usual set in the background because we're doing some painting around here, and doing some painting and a little bit of kitchen work. It's been mayhem, but it's coming back together. Okay, I'm getting started now. Is that okay with you, Madam Producer? Because it's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Is he sinking in a boat? Is he crashing in a plane? Does he even understand that the devil loves the rain? Is he casually eccentric or actually insane? What stork brought that brain? It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. We're back on the air. We're gonna let it go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. The Livingston Taylor Show brought to you today by, as always, WMVY, listener-supported radio, Martha's Vineyard Island. Other sponsors today. Shoulder Dolly. Like I said, we're doing a little work around here. Okay, so I wanted Shoulder Dolly to be one of my sponsors today. Oh, this is so much fun. Let me put this down for a second and show you the box. Shoulder Dolly moving straps. Do you see them? Yeah, they go around your shoulders and then into the front. I have one of them right here. And here's sort of the front buckle. The strap goes down there. You lean down. The person you're lifting with leans down. You stand up. And the next thing you know, look, you're moving a washing machine, a dishwasher. And so I want you to know that my producer and I moved some appliances and some furniture around using these Shoulder Dolly moving straps. And it was very, very handy. We moved things that were inordinately large for us. So anyhow, that's a terrific product right there. As well, for sponsors today, we have, because we're doing some work on our kitchen. We put in a Vermont soapstone kitchen counter, Vermont soapstone. And the lads are here right now, actually. We've asked them to not be too noisy during this half hour. But the Vermont soapstone, here's a sample of their stone. It's soft and beautiful, and as it wears a bit and wears in, and yeah, it's really very nice. So here on site are Ken and Luke, and Crystal is up in the office, and yeah, it's been wonderful having them make our place look good. Okay, all right, let me see here. Oh gosh, oh, I love this song. This song is all about adolescent angst, and it's so much fun to play it because I'm so very far away from it. Fools, well, they've ought to stay inside, close the doors on bitterness and lies. We're through. She's gone off with a friend. It won't bother me, just as long as you don't show me the moon. Oh, don't show me the stars. Don't let me hear melodies softly on guitars. Not a cheer there'll ever be. Keep these things away. Nobody can make me cry. Laugh, go on, everybody does. When they hear just how blind I was, who cares? Let them have their fun. I'm all right alone. Oh, I won't come undone. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Don't tell me she's free. Don't tell me that I'll forget. It will never be. Now I sit all alone. I'm turning into stone, and nobody can make me cry. Tears of love, I had my share. From now on, I won't care. Don't talk about love. Oh, don't talk about dreams. Don't talk about broken hearts. I won't know what you mean. Now I sit and I'm all alone, and I'm turning into stone, and nobody will shake me. Nobody will break me. Nobody can make me cry. Nobody can make me cry. Gosh, I loved writing that song. Oh my, nobody can make me cry. Actually, I wrote the song, but it's not true. No, I cry pretty easy. Yeah. Let me see, what else? Oh, I had, I think I was going to do one song and then I was going to change it around. But this is a song that I haven't done in a little while. And I have to tell you something. I have such a sense of, now, granted, I'm pretty naive on this stuff, and I'm really rarely in doubt, but often mistaken. And, but I have this sense. I have this sense that we're turning the corner, people. That the light is returning, that the darkest days of the pandemic and of our discord, and it's not to say that it doesn't continue, that there isn't more tragedy out there, but we've really seemed to have turned the corner. And it really seems as though, we're going to find our way through. And the things I used to like, I don't like anymore. I like a lot of other things I never liked before. It's just like Mama said, I sit around and mope, thinking I am wonderful and knowing I'm a dope. I'm restless as a willow in a windstorm. I'm as jumpy as a puppet on a string. I'd say that I have spring fever, but I know it isn't spring. I'm starry-eyed and vaguely discontented, like a nightingale without a song to sing. How could I have spring fever when I know it isn't spring? I keep wishing I were somewhere else, walking down a crowded street, hearing words I never heard before from a man I've yet to meet. I'm busy as a spider spinning daydreams. I'm as giddy as a baby on a swing. I haven't seen a crocus or a rosebud or a robin on the wing, but I feel so gay in a melancholy way that it might as well be spring. It might as well be spring. Oh my goodness. That's a song written by Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein, and if you've watched this show at all, you know what I think about those two boys. God, that's a lovely song. I'm as giddy. I'm as giddy as a baby on a swing. I haven't seen a crocus or a rosebud or a robin on the wing, but I feel so gay in a melancholy way that it might as well be spring. It might as well be spring. Oh, well done, Oscar Hammerstein. Woo. All right, now I'm moving on to birthdays, anniversaries, and upcoming shows. Wait a minute, okay, birthdays. Oh, my producer just reminded me that it's not on this list here, but I was reminded by one of our viewers that it's Dolly Parton's birthday today. And it was also reminded by that same viewer, I was frankly threatened a little to be told that if I didn't do Here You Come Again, here you come again, just when I'm about to get myself together. God, I love that song. Anyhow, I'm not going to do it today, but next week I'll get the piano over here. I'll be on the piano where I do that song, and I will spank that song's bottom. I will spank it hard next week. Anyhow, Ron, Creer, I'm C-R-E-A-R, Creer.
I would say Creer.
Creer. Ron Creer is 68 on January 17th. Well, his birthday is past, but the joy at his presence is year-round. Ron's grandson, Skylar, they share the same birthday on January 17th, and he's 5 years old. He's fresh on the planet. Oh, you gotta like all the hope that's embodied with that truth. Doc James, January 18th. And Doc is 67, and he's been fighting like crazy to stay with us, to stay amongst us. He's had some cancer events, and I was told he didn't mind my mentioning it. I hope that's the case. And know that we are enthusiastic about your fight, that you remain in our prayers. And yes, there is no doubt that we expect and need you to triumph yet one more time. Allison Shank, January 20th, Inauguration Day, the inauguration of a new president. Okay, no, you're not political on the Livingston Taylor Show. And I like all of my fans, regardless of their political persuasion. Of course, I get in trouble with them all because I'm pretty neutral about this. So yeah, sometimes these days, they force you to choose sides real hard. Listen, to that point, I just want to say, one of the things that I believe that we do, I believe that we have lots of mechanisms to let off steam. Sporting events, huge gatherings where we get together and we cheer and we boo, and we haven't had those things, so it's really set us at one another, I think, a bit more than normal. And I'm looking as the vaccines get distributed and the corona fades, I'm looking forward to us taking it a little bit easier on one another. And that'll be really nice. Because basically, we really love each other a great deal. Okay. And at last on this list, Carolyn Tidwell. Carolyn and Jeffrey Tidwell are old and dear friends of mine and fans, and it's such a joy, when I go someplace and play and I see their two beautiful faces. Carolyn is on January 22. She will be 69 years old. A mere kid, a piece of birthday cake written by my producer on the shingle. All right. Gee, nice to... Oh, I'm getting the word. We'll talk about shows later. Well, you can go to my website and see where I'm playing. Well, I made a mistake the other day. I stepped on a scale and was reminded once again why they call it COVID-19. It's not for the year 2019 when it showed up. You hear that, but it's actually for the weight that we've gained sitting on a couch watching television. So I looked at that scale and I reflected on my life, and it manifested as this song. I hate to admit it, I eat a lot of greasy food. And if you don't believe it, catch me in the nude. Beavis and Butthead on my TV. Ring ding, Slim Jims, jujubes. Slamming brewskis in my BVDs. I'm not as herbal as I ought to be. I hate to admit it, I like tobacco. Yes, ma'am, Red Man, Prince Albert in a can. Kiss me, Fidel Castro. I'm walking with my baby, what comes next? I smoke a cigar, she says, forget about sex. Marlboro Man's got the hex on me. I'm not as herbal as I ought to be. White sugar buzz, it's making me a meanie. You are what you eat. Good God, I'm a weenie. Ooh. Now I hate to admit it, I need a lot of caffeine. Fine ground, sludgy brown, stir it up, suck it down, I gotta come clean. Now those coffee shakes got me to my knees. I'm wide awake at 2:45. What made Seattle famous made a gerbil out of me. I'm not as herbal as I ought to be. Well, as I'm fond of saying to my students, when in doubt, aim low. Headsets, because my special guest today is coming from the great state of Maine. I don't even know precisely where in Maine, but she's going to tell us. Hi, Chelsea.
Liz?
Oh, how great is it to see you? Darn.
I know, I miss you.
I miss you like crazy, and I want to wrap my arms around you and give you a big hug. And let me say to my listeners that a hug from Chelsea Berry, this is a strong, powerful woman, and it's a hug to remember. Excellent. Chelsea, I was listening last night to a new record of yours. Tell us about it, please, a little bit.
Thank you. I made a record in Denver, Colorado. Fortunately, we finished recording my vocals about 2 weeks before the United States started shutting down last year. So we were mixing during the pandemic and we released during the pandemic, which is a weird way to put a record out to the world. But I'm grateful that it's out there.
Well, it's a great record. Its name again is?
Called Monsters and Machines.
Monsters and Machines. Great. And yeah, I'm neither here nor there on monsters, but as you know, I love machines. Yes, I do. And if the monster is embodied with you, I would like that very much as well. Would you favor us with a song?
I would love to.
Oh, fantastic.
I would love
And so I'm going to turn over the screen to Chelsea so she can play without my interruption. And I'll be back on the backside of Chelsea's song. Please make welcome to the Livingston Taylor Show, the incomparable Chelsea Berry.
Thank you, Livingston. Uh, well, this is a song that I wrote for this record that we were just talking about, Monsters and Machines. And I have to tell you all that this morning I talked to Liv and I said, "What kind of song would you like me to play?" And he said, something upbeat, something, kind of light, maybe something hopeful. So, that instantly gets rid of a whole lot of things for all of us because we love to write about heartbreak. But I have to tell you, this song has a line in it that actually happened to me this morning. So, sometimes when you put your pants on and maybe it's because of COVID and they're a little tight and the button pops off, that actually happened to me this morning. And that's a line in the song. So I figured that was the universe saying that this was the song of choice for the day. This is called Drama Queen. I co-wrote this with my friend Megan Burt. Got my panties in a twist. Got a mile-high to-do list. Got the pressure of perfection weighing on my mind. What I wouldn't give to be kicking back in Hawaii. Umbrella in my glass and not looking at the time, just saying la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da da. Spilled my fancy latte and popped a button off my pants. I should have gone back to bed and started tomorrow new. I spent my very last dime on $100 parking fine, and I'll get paid a Benjamin to sing this song for you. Singing la da 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 la da da. Fortune's not a friend to me. I'm singled out and unlucky. But perhaps inside every human being there lies a drama queen. I have to be reminded that life is full of good and bad. It's not all about me and we're all just taking turns. So when it seems that life ain't fair, maybe I'll just move my chair to the sunny side. Won't you meet me there? And we'll sing la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 I got my panties in a twist and a mile high to-do list singing da 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 da. I got the pressure of perfection weighing on my mind.
Chelsea! Oh my gosh, that sounded so great. I cannot wait till you and I
Thank
can
you.
get out there and do a couple more shows together. Beautiful work.
You love you.
So good to see you. Thank you for gracing my show. All right, love you, and I'll see you soon. Whew. Chelsea Berry, former student. Now, of course, I love all my students equally. Okay, some I love a little more than others, and Chelsea is one of my very, very favorites. In spite of what's all gone on, the inauguration is tomorrow. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. It's historic and it's eternal. The world will continue and we will be well. I just thought I'd do a slight patriotic song. When the storm clouds gather all across the sea, we will pledge allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful to a land so fair as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. You know this song. And by the way, if you're watching me alone and nobody's around, just sing with me. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, our home, sweet home. Written by Irving Berlin. Wow. All right, I'm running out of time. Once again, to my beautiful sponsors, no, that's birthdays. Here's my sponsors. To my beautiful sponsors, WMVY, the Shoulder Dolly Company, shoulderdolly.com, and Vermont Soapstone, making up beautiful kitchen counters all over the place. Now, I'm putting in a stainless steel sink, but they make a soapstone sink. Oh, it's so beautiful. I had economic constraints that calmed me down for that part of it. But don't, if you're not under such constraint, look into that soapstone sink that they make. They do a great job up there. All right. Let me check with my producer. Anything I've failed to mention? One of the things I do want to mention is that retreat. The retreat that we're doing in August. At Endicott College, north of Boston. It'll be in August. And if you're a player and you want to turn into a real good player, you come up and have that retreat with us. Till then, remember what you're watching, because it's the Livingston